Hi everyone, let's review some parts of a circle. So earlier we learned some parts of a circle, things like radius, diameter, chord, secant, tangent, point of tangency. Well, let's review. Let's talk about a radius first. So a radius, as you can see, I have a circle. That middle dot is going to be the center of my circle. A radius goes from the center to the edge. Let's call this AB, B being the circle. Okay, well, that's my radius. How do I label it? AB with a line on top. That is a segment. Let's talk about a diameter. If you remember a diameter always goes through the center and always goes through the entire circle from one side to the next. Okay, let's call this CD. So my diameter is CD. Yes, it does go through the point B, okay? But for a full diameter, the diameter has got to go from one edge to the other of a circle, and it always touches that center. Okay, in a diameter, I actually have two radii. Okay, my radii in this diameter would be CB. This is one radius. And then BD. This is another radius. Okay, so a diameter does consist of two radii put together. Okay, so a diameter is twice as big as a radius. All right, let's continue. Let's talk about a chord. So a chord goes from one end of the circle to the other, but does not go through the center. Okay, so let's call this SR. So my chord is SR. Again, these are segments. Segments are two letters with a line on top. Okay, so my chord in this case is SR. Let's talk about a secant. A secant is very similar to a chord. However, this one goes through the circle and has arrow. Let's call this XY. So my secant is XY. In this case, I label it with a line on top and two arrows because a secant does go through the circle and continues on forever and ever. Last, let's talk about a tangent. So a tangent is a little bit different. A tangent is a line that touches a circle at exactly one point. In this case, we're going to call that the point. That's the point that it touches that circle. This is a line, a tangent is a line. Let's call this line OP. So my tangent is OP with that line and two arrows on top because that one does go on forever and ever. Okay, and then we also have something that's called a point of tangency. A point of tangency is where that tangent line touches that circle. In this case, it's at that yellow point that I just circled. Let's call that one Q. So my point of tangency is Q. In this case, a point is just labeled with one letter. You don't need much else. These are parts of a circle.